What's going on, everybody? I was trying to get things ready for you, but it looks like my camera situation's not set up yet, but that's okay. So we're just gonna record some audio right now, and maybe we'll be able to do some screen share. Let's see. Because we want to get you guys ready for what's going on and for what's coming, right? So let's get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. All right. And let's do this. Okay, great. So, one thing's for sure is that if you want to keep track of what's going on in the crypto markets, Token Metrics is a great application. Honestly, I've been using Token Metrics, and it's just been really, really easy to do a lot of different research. And at the same time, you get access to a different perspective, right? From an analytical perspective. And this allows you to kind of pair the fundamentals with the technicals at the same time and a little bit of the sentiment all in one place. And so that's why Token Metrics is really just going to be a fantastic tool for the future of Web3. And then um, just when it comes to analytical research with investments. And all right, so this is from an investor and trader's perspective. Now, if we want to actually look at blockchain activity, okay, that we would also pair with, the information that we find on Token Metrics. Okay, so we can go to something like Dune. Now, Dune will give you real-time data of what's going on across the entire ecosystem. And so when you have a web app like this, all right, so they have a web app, they have the Dune Catalyst, and then the data share API, and then the AI. They have an enterprise level one and so forth. So when I sign into my Dune account, all right. So the cool thing about Dune is like you'll get to see what's going on in the ecosystem. I mean, you can see, what's getting the most attention right now and most popular. You can see what's trending. And so what is this? What exactly are we looking at? Right. So right now we're seeing other people and just everyone queuing the blockchain, just collecting data. I'm gonna keep it simple. We can do like in the last hour or the last 4 hours. Let's just do the last 24 hours, and like you can even just do like right, what's the what's the most thing being curated with pump related to pump.fun, right? Everyone's doing meme stuff right now, so you can run different queries here to get the most recent information, right? If you want to follow certain wallets, something like this, right? These are all pump.fun. If you want to do like, yield farming, okay, like, but if you also just want to say, hey, what's going on? What's recently viewed? What's the most popular? So it looks like the most popular are crypto buy signals. It's the editor's pick. Um, got poly market data, token analyzer, meme lords, Ethereum NFT market overview. And then you can do your favorites. So my favorites here. These are all updated months ago. But the cool thing about the queries, right, you can just like run these again yourselves. Okay. So let's just say we wanted to know Solana Dex matrix. Let's say we want to know what's the activity behind all of the decentralized exchanges on Solana. Okay. So right now I'm running a query on the blockchain and I'm getting a good overview. So this is going to cover in the decentralized exchanges on Solana. If you don't see your protocol here, make sure you have submitted it, and then they can reach out to them on Twitter. So this dashboard contains volume, liquidity, pair, aggregator, trader bot, and EVM context analytics. All right, analytics. Missing some historical decks are pre-June 2022 data is understated. All right, so it looks like it's just data from 2022 and forward. So we got the total volume in USD, which is, what the fuck is this supposed to be? 513 billion. But this is deck summary stats. Oh, it's the volume. That's what it's done so far. Oh, my bad. All right. I was about to say, what the hell? Okay, and there's the liquidity lock in there, so a little bit under a billion, 928 million. Which is really great, actually. If you, on the grand scheme of things, like where we are in a market cycle, how crypto is not even really used right now, and you're talking about an ecosystem that still has a liquidity of roughly $1 billion. So, I mean, come on. You can't sleep on that, right? Now, how much of these numbers are inflated? I mean, look, these transactions are on the blockchain, and you can just see them. Now, can things get fluffed up? Maybe yes, maybe no. But at the end of the day, somebody had to put up the money somewhere, okay? And so, if we look at the Solana Dex project stats, right, we see in the last day, okay, you can see here I just ran this query, so this is live 1 minute, right? So in the last day, we have Raydium has done 514 million. Okay, in the 7 days, 3.6 billion. The last 30 days, 28 billion, and total volume, right, 260 billion. Now, fuck, yo, I've been telling people about Raydium, right? We've been talking about it. I use Raydium. It's a great decentralized application for Solana. We've been talking about Solana. Yo, if you're looking for a play right now, okay, outside of Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Raydium is a killer play. That being said, let's go take a look at Raydium, right? And let's put this into token metrics and let's see what we can find out. So to pair this information, right? So this is the first level of information, right? So this is telling me, all right, I forgot. Let me explain it. Why do I like this, right? Well, at the end of the day, they tell you to follow the money, right? If you want to be successful, follow the money. How do you follow the money? Well, you got to go into analytics. You got to go into data. Data and transactions is the easiest way to follow the money, right? Follow the liquidity. Follow the money. We're talking about in the last 30 days, we're talking about, right, 30 days, we have 28 billion. Where did it come from? Right? This is a global platform, right? So a lot of people may think about it, and you look at these things and you think about it from, well, I don't know anybody, like, who's using this, right? How do I know this number's real? And you're thinking from your localized mind. You're thinking from your localized perspective. Like, this is a global platform, and so on a global scale of things, this is minute, right? Like, this is minimal. Like 28 billion, that's nothing. Like, when you put it on the actual global platform of markets, right? 28 billion is not a lot. However, for an innovative space that's growing, right? For a value, right, allocation with a real use case behind it, okay? We can see the fees that Raydium generates as well, too. All right, so we can see actual, like, the revenue Raydium actually makes. Let's see if we can find that. I mean, I can find it an easier way. I was just trying to use this. This is market share and volume. That's what I'm saying. You can see, look, the mark 38%. I mean, it's starting to get distributed a bit, but dude, Raydium has a lot of the market share volume. All right, liquidity share 63%. Dude, look at this. All right, Dex liquidity TVL in about 90 days. All right, so you can see a nice little, it's a nice little rise, right? It's increasing. So that means there's activity coming to Raydium, right? You can see there's growth happening. All right. The total trades now, and then total swaps. All right. So there's activity on this blockchain. What is this? Yeah. It's got to be a Raydium dashboard. I mean, I can actually go to Raydium and find out this answer. Right. So this is what Raydium is. If you are new to the blockchain, make sure you go through, read this disclaimer, okay? Enter Raydium. So this is Raydium. This is a decentralized exchange, and here's where you can do things to interact with the blockchain. And so right here you have your home icon button. All right, that will always bring you back to swap. So when you're looking at a decentralized application, right, for Web3, this is Raydium's V3 version. If you want to go, the V2 is different. They made this a little bit more user friendly and easier. if you want, we can look at V2 as well. All right. So I'm just testing out V3 as well. But here's what it, right, V2. Okay. And so when you go to radium.io, then you'll see a lot of Web3 blockchain decentralized application using this top level domain, all right, .io. And so right now, this is a fantastic app, okay? It's a fantastic application. And what makes this fantastic is that this allows you to enter the global ecosystem of decentralized finance, the global ecosystem of blockchain technology, the world of Web3. And so this isn't just another website. And I don't want you to look at this as another website. I mean, technically, it's a website, a web based application. But, right, I want you to look at this as if every time you go to a decentralized application, right, you are passing through a gateway to enter an entirely new world. Okay, like a MMO game or something like that, right? Like you're just, this is to tell you that in the world of DeFi, right, decentralized finance, you can do swaps, next level liquidity, frictionless yield. What does that even mean? All right, so using the Solana blockchain, we can allocate our crypto and earn, okay? And so this gives you the ability to really just kind of do a conservative and very chill way of just like earning some yield without like the daily grind of sitting in front of your computer trying to find trades, trying to just like, play this casino game of roulette on memes. And that's fun and all, but look, at the end of the day, if you have shit to do, you got a business, you got a family, or you're just like, I'm not trying to just risk, I just want to be allocated properly, and then so I can just go do other things, and then I'll come back in 90 days, take a look at it, come back in 90 days, take a look at it, come back in 90 days, take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? This is where you want to be. You want to be in the world of DeFi. You want to be in the world of yield farming. So let's open up the app, and so we can kind of take a quick look at this together. So when you click on launch app, it's going to bring you to this next selection here. It's going to have you go through the disclaimer. All right. So make sure you go through the disclaimer properly, and then you just click, I've read it, right? You read it and you understand and you accept these terms, and you click agree and continue. So now it's saying, hey, do you understand what you're about to do? Right? You understand that this is a decentralized application, and that, you can lose all of your money, right? You can lose all your crypto. You need to understand those risks. And so once you have that understanding, right, you say to yourself, well, I don't want to lose my money. Exactly. I don't want to lose my money either. So how do we do this safely, right? How do we do this so you have confidence? Well, number one, we have to have a wallet, okay? So you're going to need to go through the process of setting up a Phantom wallet. And you're going to create a new wallet here. So you're going to get Phantom. If you don't have Phantom on the top of your dash, you can just go to your store, okay, the Google store, and you can add Phantom to your dash. I'll make another video on that for those that may need additional help on how to do that, okay? You can add extensions. You just go to Chrome extensions and you add the extension, or install it and then add the extension, all right? Or you can actually YouTube that. There's plenty of YouTube videos that teaches you how to add extensions. You just go to YouTube and say, how do I, add the Phantom extension, all right? And then when you add these extensions, you want to make sure it's pinned. If you don't want to use that wallet, you can unpin it. All right, but that's going to other details. So now, once you have the wallet set up, you have a question here. All right, it says create a new wallet or import an existing one. If you already have a seed phrase, okay, if you already have 12, 24 words, seed phrase, right, from another wallet pertaining to Solana, and essentially other blockchains now, but let's just focus on Solana. I don't want to make things difficult, right? You can go ahead and import an existing wallet. Now, here's the thing about importing an existing wallets, right? You really don't want to get comfortable with typing your seed phrase on the computer, right? So there's two ways to do this. And I think one of the better ways to do this, just from a pure, like, super crazy, you know, secured perspective, which technically you can still. All right, I'm not gonna do that anyway. So, right, if you import an existing wallet, it's gonna say, hey, cool, you have an existing wallet. What is your secret phrase, private key, or hardware wallet? Okay, so then you can use either your hardware wallet, you can connect to it if you have like Ledger or SafePal. I believe so, yeah, or they just use Ledger because Ledger is just really was the only one, but you can use other hardware wallets too. You can import your private key, okay, or you can import the accounts from another wallet, right, which is the secret recovery phrase. Now, when you do the private key, that one is a little bit more technical, but better because it actually imports the entire account. I mean, they both interchangeably are right. For the average user, it's not even worth to get into it, right? So words, private keys is a whole bunch of numbers, okay? Now, for most people, you don't have a wallet, and it's going to be the first time you're using a wallet. So you're going to need to say create a new wallet. Now, when you create a new wallet, you're going to need to do this thing like you do when you set up an email address, right? You got to do passwords. Make the password something with a capital letter, lowercase, some numbers, and some symbols, all right? Do something like that. Write it down somewhere safe and make sure it's somewhere that you can easily get to it if you happen to forget your password, right? I highly advise getting a notebook, like an actual pen and paper notebook, and write that password down on a notebook and not actually type it into your computer. You got to remember, like, when it comes to security, as much as I love digital and I love technology, right, you want to keep as much things off of your computer as possible, if you can, right? Now, can you set up a super secure Yes. If you have multiple computers, you can just easily make a password manager on a computer that's not connected to the internet and then just type everything into there. And then so that's fine. But it's on the separate computer that you're using to connect to the blockchain. Okay, so this is what I'm getting at, right? But I don't know if you have multiple computers. I don't know if you're listening to this, if that's even a thing. But I'm assuming you don't. And I'm assuming you probably just have one computer or one laptop, and that's it, right? And that's perfectly fine. So just use a notebook, all right? Don't keep it on your computer. Anyway, so you write down your password, and then you're going to say, I continue, all right, continue. And then it's going to take you to a phrase where it's going to give you some words. So I'm just going to go through this process just so you can see it really quick. And this password is going to be crazy, stupid. And it's probably not going to let me do it. Let me see if it does. It's like, no, it's not long enough. All right, let's see if it does that. It did. So next thing you're gonna do is it's gonna say secret recovery phrase. This phrase is the only way to recover your wallet. Do not share it with anyone. Now, just so you guys know, this is just a test wallet. You don't copy these fucking seed phrases and try to do shit with them, right? And like, they're not even gonna make it. Okay, so if you're watching this video and you're like, "Oh, I got a seed phrase," blah, 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 like you're just a clown. Number two, this is for educational purposes only, and so these 12 words are essentially your second password, right, or your second password. And these 12 words allows you to access your wallet from anywhere as long as you have a computer connected to the internet. And I mean any computer, any device. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a device that connects to the internet and you have these 12 words, you can access your wallet. And that's what makes this super valuable and super important, because this is what self-custody is about. And this is what it means to be, you know, free to be you and still, right, have something to access. And so, you can buy meme coins and NFTs, or you can do yield farming. You can do a lot of different things. You can play video games. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, right? So, but you get these 12 words and you write them down. Excuse me. Get these 12 words and you write them down, and you put them in a safe place. You put them in a safe place, and then when you say, "I have saved my secret recovery phrase," you click continue. Now it's going to say you're all done, and let's get started, okay? And then, but I'm going to go back because I didn't save my keywords, and I don't want to get started, and I don't remember, and I'm not going to use that wallet. But that's what you need, right? Because when you have a wallet, you're going to connect it. All right. And these are all the different kinds of wallets. You can have crypto.com wallet. You can have SafePal wallet, Soulflare, Ledger, Glow, Taurus, MetaMask, Magic Eden, Trust Wallet, Wallet Connect, and some other ones, right? So there's plenty of wallets you can choose from. Phantom is just the like OG wallet for Solana. And, it's really has the most support and the most greatest developers in there, and it's just really doing a fantastic job. So I highly recommend Phantom. Crypto.com wallet is a different type of wallet. I mean, it's related to Crow and crypto exchanges, but they're still doing their thing. I want to sleep on Crow. I know a lot of people were talking about Crow in the beginning, but honestly, like, Crow does its purpose in this ecosystem, and they're competing just as much and also collaborating. And honestly, when I take a step back and I take a look at across the board of like when we talk about what's good, what's bad for the ecosystem, right? Who are the good players, the bad players, and all this shit when it comes to this whole global world, right? I mean, crypto.com, and as in a centralized exchange, doesn't seem like it's a bad player, right? They're providing a use case to the ecosystem. They're creating transactions. They're creating activity. They're creating volatility. They're creating hype. They're creating collaboration. They're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. But because they're a centralized exchange, people still feel some type of way because it's like this is supposed to represent decentralization. Now, the thing about this is what people forget is that this entire world of decentralization doesn't mean that Web3 entities and businesses and enterprises won't exist, right? Like the cryptos.com, right? So those are Web3 companies and those are Web3 enterprises, and they're going to exist in the decentralized ecosystem. So just like you listening to this audio right now have the ability to create a Web3 business using blockchain technology, right? Literally with minimal amount of, from a technical perspective, right? Like what it takes to actually get these things running. Anybody can do it, essentially, right? But what becomes of it is how well do you get other people believing in your innovative dream and use case that they themselves will reject their own dreams and come work on your dream. And so it's when you have places like Solana, Ethereum, right, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Crypto.com, right, SafePal, MetaMask, right, and you or I can I can keep going, right. There's a lot. When you have real world use case, you have things like Star Atlas, right, with development. You have Gala and what they're doing with Gala Chain. You have what's going on with Immutable X, and you have things going on you know on Algorand too. Algorand is doing some like sleeper stuff on the background. Doesn't get too much hype, but they still provide a use case to their niche. And that's what's fantastic about the blockchain. That's what this is all about, right? This is all about giving everybody technically their equal shot, right? Your equal shot. Everyone says they haven't gotten a fair shot, right? So this is your chance. So it's put up or shut up right now, okay? And so don't get caught up about leaving your 9 to 5 to venture off into this world of nothingness and purposeless living. It's really not that fun, right? So continue to have your 9 to 5 and just learn a new skill to add to your 9 to 5. So just like, that one night that you decide not to watch, Netflix, just come watch a video and learn how to use the blockchain, put some crypto to work, and you can earn some yield, right? So if you go to these different pools or farms rather, right? So this is the world of decentralized finance on Raydium. And so all of these Raydium farms, right, you can see different ways to earn some type of yield by providing liquidity. I don't know why my computer is so slow, going so slow right now. This is crazy. I gotta fix this computer. Hold on. I'll be back.